right, we're gonna go on to part 2 here. And that is, gonna just head up to the 4th floor real quick, show you a few more amenity spaces, and then we'll head over towards the healthcare. So I did try to bifurcate that, split it up a little bit, just on the off chance I could upload some of that material to make this thing go a little bit quicker. No such luck, but that's all right. Gonna work the corner here. And there's also the resident storage lockers that they could rent for an additional cost to put things like suitcases that they don't want to necessarily have tying up their apartment. All right, 4th floor. Again, getting the hang of the colors by now, I'm sure. Another arts and crafts room, this one not for sewing. A little bit more traditional artwork. We think with a lot of the artwork that's on the walls here, we seem to have a lot of gifted artsy types of people as well that always kind of amaze me with some of the things that they're putting out in there. Isn't that cute? Not too shabby. All right, the 4th floor library.
Good evening.
It's a virtual tour of the Carrington for my class.
Oh, for your class?
Yeah, remember we interviewed them last couple weeks ago. Now we, they like your hand, Sam. They're saying third card from the left, you should play. But it's not live. It's being taped. But we tour a retirement community in California. Obviously, that's out of the question now. So this is the best I could do for them.
Hey, that's
Yep.
good.
Yep.
That's good.
All right.
What more could they want?
Absolutely. They get to see the best. Take care, guys.
Oh, are you on there?
Yep.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Other side of the art room. There is a tendency for a lot of the residents to kind of decorate their doors, which we always get a kick out of. So 4th floor has got, before we go through the game room, the salon barbershop, which has not been opened now for about a month. Again, big part of the day here is some massage rooms in the back and some of the other space, and nail salon as well. Another, just another game room here. This one's got the pool table. And colorful chairs. Another one of the intersections. And then finally, just one final 4th floor living activity space. So again, you can kind of see where we are built and designed to encourage interaction with one another, sociability. There's places to meet. There's attractive places where people do get together and can play cards, can do whatever. We have a tendency to try to attract social people. All right, we're going to walk over to, we'll do a back of the house, back with the kitchen, show you one of the garages. We'll swing by memory care and assisted living, and then we'll get this thing wrapped up. If we were truly doing the tours, we've done it in the past, I think at Morningside of Fullerton, we would meet with the residents and we'd have just a brief chance for some questions and answers. But again, here we had that presentation from the council a couple weeks ago. This is the resident board, always by the dining room. We have a resident volunteer who puts that all together. So we're circling around. We're back by the TUI room, or the TUI bar, and over by the bistro. And again, just retracing the steps a little bit. So first things first, again, just another view of the fitness center. This is what we call our resident art gallery wall. We have just chosen, it started with one resident, Mrs. Kozlowski, who was in assisted living. She was a fairly accomplished artist, and she had so many in her room, she kind of ran out of space, so we said, hey, maybe we could hang a few here. And we did, and we gave her credit. We built, kind of outlined who she was, and this isn't hers, but again, as once people saw that, they all started coming out of the woodwork, and everybody wanted to have their art project presented. So you can kind of see we've pretty eclectic stuff, pretty traditional stuff. We have actually sold I think over 6 paintings for over $2,000 here. In all cases, the residents had never sold a painting before. But people here came in, they saw their names, they contacted the residents, made an offer, and the residents were so flattered they gave them up. So kind of a funny story, but that you can come to the Carrington and become a professional artist. And this is Mrs. Kozlowski, who we talked about it. You can kind of see we called her the true artist, both the painter, sculptor, a true Renaissance woman. She passed away about a year ago, or about 6 months ago, and the family just said, hey, we would love you to keep her work alive at the community. It meant a lot to her, it meant a lot to us, and we are renaming this art gallery after her. So most of these were done by residents in assisted living and or memory care. More mailboxes for the assisted living. So let's take a look back of the house. We have a time clock system. Got the Cintas hand wash, all the different rules, regulations, and of course, our coronavirus active board. So this is truly back of the house. The meals come down this corridor to go into both assisted living and memory care. We've got some of the housekeeping support. Some of the director positions here. Executive chef has an office. This would be the loading dock area to the left. And pretty neat, pretty compact. Move-ins coming through here, and again, go right down the corridor. Employee lockers, and the employee break room. Not too bad for the end of the day. So the kitchen is right through here, no need to go through that. And then here, just to give you the perspective, interior parking garage number 3. Again, in Chicago, where it's not uncommon to have the temperatures well below 0, these are very popular in the wintertime. People do want a spot they can park inside and then just walk right into the building through the double doors there, and we're actually, again, doubling back, but we're running parallel to the resident art gallery. I've got a mask up now, so I may be, hopefully I'm not going to be too muffled. Stand by. All right. And a little bit dark, but this is the assisted living dining room. Good size, very light, very spacious. We have a separate entrance for the AL and the memory care right up ahead. The annual security guard. So let's see about going into memory care. We will be brief. A little bit late at night, so it's quiet. Most of the meals are served in here. We're a little bit spread out now, just simply because, again, the social accountability. Oh, I'm making a movie for my class.
For your what?
For the class I teach.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to see where I work at, so I'm showing them.
Good, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a good night. You look well tonight. Again, just various areas of keeping people looking good. My friend KJ, she's gonna come over. She's my, yeah. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. This is for my class I teach. So she has a couple Chinese friends who are in the class. You want to go on camera and say hi to your friends?
Oh, I took off all my glasses.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just going to put you right here. You have to say in Chinese, ni hao.
你好吗？
Ni hao ma. Good. Good, good.
对对，
So, anyhow,
你讲的对。
yeah, we're just showing them where you live.
That's correct.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Thank you. Good to see you. I'll be back. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And there's also a courtyard in here. And the 4 stories of assisted living. What's that there?
I don't know where I can find my car.
Oh, it's around the corner here.
How do you know?
Because your room's around the corner as well.
Yeah.
Joan, right down this way.
Okay.
Yep. It's fine. She's looking for her car. I told her it was near her room. Yeah, she parked it near the room. All right. So memory care, we obviously try not to get too many residents, but matter of fact, when we brought in our 3 interns, we brought in the 3 interns from USC. They all kind of adopted KJ. She is born in Shanghai, I believe, and still speaks China, even though she spent a lot of her time in Hawaii. One other thing, we're back in the dining room. We do have a small private dining room area here. Which again, we're kind of not necessarily looking our best in terms of layouts, simply because of the COVID virus. We're not allowing any visitors into either assisted living or memory care, and everybody coming in has to be wearing the mask. So again, 2 elevators, just another seating area. It's a little bit of a challenge. To get all the people. Right now, we're about 50 out of 88. We're not sure if we're going to be able to get them all to come down for dining on a timely basis, just because the 2 elevators, and the seniors will sometimes come down 1 or 2 at a time. So it creates a little bit of a challenge to keep the dining in there. But again, right now, again, another byproduct of the COVID is we are serving all the meals up on the floor and trying to spread everybody out, so that works out well. This is the assisted living. The cat belongs in there, but the cat rules. So again, somewhat similar to the independent living, both in terms of the level of finishes, the carpet color. We've got some of the activity space here. And then the hallway down here. So again, you can kind of see it's a lot of similarities, and that's done for the primary reason is just to make sure that a resident we talk about a universal design aging in place. And by the way, next week, Alexis Denton, who really is one of the leading designers for Alzheimer's memory care in the country, and a USC graduate, is going to be giving a presentation on design principles. But again, as she said, you design your entire building that will allow residents to age in place comfortably. So part of that is the visual cues, part of that is that sense at home. You don't want them moving around from place to place, site to site. Or feeling like they're moving into a new environment. Again, studies have shown with people are visual, the carpet colors, the use of the colors and everything else are instrumental with helping people feel at ease and at home. All right, so I'm going to pop in here. I wish I could remember how to pause.